used to be the lost boy running insane. I used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in the fast lane. I used to be the one who only cried in the rain. I used to work so hard to get it, and so hard to get it. And so hard to get it. I used to be the lost boy running insane. I used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in the fast lane. I used to be the one who only cried in the rain. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the lost boy running insane. Used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in the fast lane. Used to be the one who only cried in the rain. I used to work so hard to get it. It's so hard to get it. And so
Yeah, we are live now. Hmm. Okay, let me pull up some of my. Okay, we almost got all the 5 stars in Python, but we are still, we have to do like 50% more questions to complete all of them. Okay, going back to not here, not here, not here, not here, not here. Missions. Okay, let's find which question we should do today. I'm gonna start from the easy ones and then move on to the hard questions. Okay, so what do we have over here? This function returns a list of tuples. The tuple contains 8 elements. Each of the argument sequences are iterables. Okay, so we have to zip this with hackers. It's gonna return, it's gonna zip every single element of the list with the hacker word. Okay. So National University conducts an examination and students in X subjects. Okay, so sum of scores obtained in all subjects by a student, total number of subjects. Okay. Okay, so what we have to do is 5 and 3. So total 5 scores and 3 of the sets, right? So what we have to do is marks obtained by student 1 is 80, 90, and 91. Okay, that is okay, that is a list, right? We have to do it like this: 89, 90, 91, like in a vertical addition. Okay, so this thing, and this thing divided by 382 divided by 390 divided by 385.5. Okay, so simply we just have to take an average of the scores divided by the uh, number of average marks and the how many inputs do we have? 3. So we have 5 students and they have 3 scores in different subjects, right? So we have to add all the scores and then divide it by 3, like the total number of scores. But we have to use zip for that. We can easily use do it without using the zip function. So what we can do is zip all the 3 lists, right? And then we can just iterate over the zip to create the sum of them and then divide it by the total number of subjects, right? So we got this thing. Let me check first. Yeah. Why I'm getting dark? Wait. Yep. Okay, I don't care. Let's move on. Where's the? Yep, right here. We got our input. Is going to be this one, and then we have the total number of students. T-naught. Total number of students is going to be input 0. Then we have total number of subjects or simply input 1. Right, we have these 2 variables now, and now we take an input of a list as a 3 I in range nodes, total number of subjects, right? This will give us we have it over here, we can go over here. So start taking the input. So this will so just suppose we have the total number of subjects is 3, right? So we're gonna loop 3 times and take the input of that list, right? We're gonna zip all of the 3 lists and then we're gonna sum of them by iterating over them, right? So the number of sum of where I'm writing. Okay. Input let, because we need to why I'm writing Java. And we have to let map it. We have a list of teachers, right? Now what we have to do is let me check the zip function over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got A, B, and C. Right, in their variables, but we cannot create these 3 variables. Okay, they added 3 lists, and then they just zip all of them. Okay. So we have a list. These strings. Okay, we can just create this. Pretty much they're just adding they're creating a 2-dimensional list and then they are unpacking it using the asterisks. We can create our main list. Main list is gonna go like this. List all and ls, right? And once we have appended the list, sorry, and there once we have appended the list, we have this thing, then we can say like if main like, okay, so we got a list of tuples, right? A list of tuples, right? And a tuple, and sum of that I divided by, we have to do the, so total number is 3, right? So we have to divide it by total number of subjects. Okay, this will give us a sum divided by this thing with an average. Okay, for A in range. For X in range, this thing, run code. Okay, what do we have over here is invalid literal for int with base 10, right? Is a 5 and 3 should be, why we just don't just input dot split, we forget to split it though. Okay, list map integer input dot split invalid literal for integer base 10 with 90.5. Okay, so we also have to cover for the floats to integers. Okay, so float strings to integer, we cannot connect them, right? So what we can do is just research convert float integers to, float cannot. But this is a string though. We can use actually if we use all of them with floats, right? What's gonna happen? Okay, so unsupported operand type A, float, and string. Okay, total number of subjects is integer. That is causing us the problem. Okay, we got the answers. Let's just, okay, we got it. Let's move on to our next question. Okay, input. Python includes expression input is equivalent to evaluate raw input prompt. Input 1 plus 2 is gonna 3. The company name plus company and website is this. You're given a polynomial of single indeterminate of variable x. You're also given a values of x and k. Your task is to verify if p of x is equal to k or not. So we just have to replace the variables with the value of x, right? So 1 and 4 print true if p of x, otherwise print false. True. So p of 1, and what we have to do, replace all the x with 1. Okay, we got and then we just have to evaluate it. Okay, 1 is equal to 4, right? So we got two inputs. The first is the answer, and this the first is the value of x. Second one is the actual answer that we have to verify if it matches with the answer or not, right? Input goes over here. Same thing, which I'm tired of doing. We got split again and again and again. Okay, we got two things over here. We got our variables as input at 0 index, convert it into an integer, right? And then we have the answer. One. Okay, we a variable, we have that. Now we have the polynomial as the input over here. Then we have to do poll dot replace x with var. Actually, we don't have to convert it into an integer though, right? We have this thing, and we just have to print eval okay, we need one more. Should work. Okay, so print your output is 4. That means it's working. Okay, if this equals to answer, okay, that's a weird thing to do. Let's make another variable there. Okay, if okay, why is it giving me an error though? Oh sheesh, we don't need a variable, just need to remove one of these. Good to go. Okay, okay, I may know what is wrong over here. Okay, yeah, the print statement was messing up. What can you please? Yes. It took some time. Okay, moving forward. So this expression returns if any elements of the variable is true. If the variable, it will return false, right? So any is this thing. Oh, so basically it checks for the conditions in a list, right? So 1 is less than 0 is gonna give us false. Oh, you're given a space separated list of integers. If any of the integers are positive, then you need to check if an integer is a palindrome integer or not. Okay, palindrome, if I remember, it was something like this. Palindrome. Why are we searching like this? Okay, we have to just check if the okay palindrome string. I remember from a string though. So okay, 5. Can you solve this challenge in 3 lines of code or less? There is no penalty version that are correct but have more than 3 lines. Okay, so we have to check if any of the digits in the list is an integer or not, right? Any Okay, so all or any. They give us 5. How are we gonna know if something is 0, 1, and false? Any my tuple, right? So any of them is false or not. Does it return any of them is true? Okay, let's take an input as and this will be 5. Okay, this will be the list. This will be our list. You're gonna go over here. Okay, we got the list ready and we got the oh wow. Okay, so let's just keep moving. If any of this input 2 equals to true, right? Okay, this is 5 is then if all inputs 2 are true is equal to if all input 2 is equal to true, then we have to check if they have any palindrome or not. For I in input 2 if string I equals equal to string I q1, then we just have to print the found. Okay, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. I bet it was just the oh wow, it's just one test case, we failed it. What that? Okay, so if string of I is equal to string of I reverse, then 9 should also be a palindrome though. Is 9 a palindrome? Why 9 is not a palindrome? Actually, I think I'm getting the how is 9 a palindrome? Okay, well, so if 9 is a palindrome, then why they didn't show it over here? Because they check 5. Okay, maybe they so it's Can we just break over here in the loop so we can just print it one time, and then we don't need to break it, right? Break it over here, right inside the, okay, here break should go over here. Oh sheesh, all of them. Okay, there's something wrong with this one. Why we're breaking it and why we're printing it. Okay, we are not printing false, right? No, we are printing it because found is already false. And oh, okay. Oh, but found should be printed over here. No. Okay, one test case. What is this thing now? Okay, let's just go over it one more time. This expression returns true if any elements of the iterable is true. Then you need to check if any in you're given a space if all the integers are positive. Can we not I need to just one thing. If I have a list, right, with the -1 and -2, and then if I have to check all on this one, then when I should print A, then it should give me then it should S is not defined. I don't want to define. Okay, true. So on even if we have negative, it is returning us a value, right? So if I do this thing, say true. So I think I get it somehow. Go back to this one. Instead of checking first, you're gonna solve it in this way. All int is equal to true. Greater than 0. And count. That is not a good approach to do it. I know that. If I is greater than 0, right? That means it's an integer. It's an integer, so we can answer the int count. Right? So we're gonna get the total amount of integers, right? If int count equal to length of that input 2, that means all of them were integer, so they can match that length, right? If that is true, oh my god. Okay, ye is not supported. String and integer. We are mapping it as an integer, bro. if int I is greater than 0, right? Okay, no response. Oh, we're checking for the input. That is wrong. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, two test cases that are wrong. If int count, okay, if int count okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. What? Okay. Bro, I'm C++, I'm so low. Okay, so continue preparation. Let's know if they solve another one, right? So let's go for polar coordinates, or maybe the okay. I can't wait for these medium questions. Group rate, and then validating Roman numerals, validating phone numbers, validating and parsing email addresses. We have to use register there. HTML parser part 1, part 2. Let's try this one. HTML parser. Okay. So this method is called when a comment is encountered. Example, this the data argument is the content inside the comment tag. From HTML parser, import HTML parser. HTML parser def handle comment. Okay, multi-line comment should be like this. Okay, this is weird though. Not a good problem to solve. Map and lambda functions, okay. So let's learn new Python concept. I already know this, bro. We first send Fibonacci number 0. So lambda ABC and ABC plus. It's like a anonymous function, and we sum all the things. 1 to 3. Okay. A list of single containing the cubes of the first Fibonacci numbers, right? That means we need to create a Fibonacci numbers first. Okay. So 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. First, we have to create a Fibonacci though. Sheesh. Complete the lambda function over here. and then that cube will go over here. For iron range 5, right? We're gonna start from 0, right? We're gonna add 1 to it. We can add 1 to it, right? What we're gonna do is, if there's let's just create a list with 0 in there. We just have to keep moving the pointers to the next 2, 2, and 2, and then just keep adding them. For iron range 5, we have to get the index 1, index 1 is going to be 0, index 2 is going to be 1. For iron range this, digit is going to be the ls dot append. Okay, this is 2 ka cube, 3 ka cube, and then 1 ka cube. Right? That makes some sense. 2 cube, 8, 3 cube. Okay, we just need to focus on the this right now. Digit is going to be the index 1, index. Okay, after every loop we have to create index 1 plus equal to 1, index 2 plus equals to 1. So every index we're gonna move 1 up. Okay, right, it's gonna go like this, and then after this we have to print the list. Maybe use the Fibonacci function. List dot append takes exactly 1 argument, 0 given. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, but we have 5, right? So okay, let's just import let's just input 4. Okay, it's gonna give us this thing 5, right? Okay, that is working. You can just do like this. Okay, the whole thing in the -1 is gonna give us the right list. Okay, that is the right list we are looking for. Actually, go back over here. This will return us a list. Okay, return a list. Go there. Okay, it's gonna map every single one of them and then print the list. Cube is this thing. Okay, that is weird actually. So 125 expected output should be this thing. Okay, remove this thing. Code again. Okay, that is going way up. No way. Like I actually just did a brute force method, which is not good. I know this is just a way around of solving a thing, but I didn't know that it can be done this way as well. Okay, we got it in our first try though. Next challenge. Actually, I'm gonna post it over there. I'm gonna post this question in the discussion chat. Over here, discussions. Use this way to solve. Okay, go over here, paste this thing in here. And then I'm gonna tell them, oh sheesh, that's a code. Okay, post comment. Okay, this is our. Mine is way better. Mine is way better. Okay, what did they do? For I in range 2 to n and 1 minus I minus 1, I minus 2. That's a good approach as well. They don't make different like indexes. Save memory, okay? So go back. Polynomials, functions. I really want to see one over here. 1, 1, 1. Okay. No, it's not the same. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna take a break for 5 minutes and I will be back because I need to take some rest. No. This thing should.
I used to be the lost boy running insane. Used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it. I can feel your heart reaching out with open arms. I can feel your heart reaching out into the dark. 'Cause 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 'cause
Okay, I'm back. So actually I was able to stream a HD video as well. Okay. Python. Check strict superset and then class to find that Gaussian angle. That seems pretty easy though. Okay, you are given 4 points A, B, C, D, and coordinate system. You are required to print and the angle between the plane made by the points ABC and BCD in not degrees, not radians. Let the angle be phi. So they give us 4 points in a 3-dimensional Cartesian coordinates. So we have to print the angle between the plane made by the points ABC and BCD. Like 2 angles. What is the angle between them? So cosine of phi is equal to h of x of y. Okay, here xy means dot product of x and y, a, b, and c. Okay, so input one line, input containing a space of a floating number x, y, z coordinate. Okay, I don't have no clue what to do now. Okay, they have it already over here, self.x. Okay, so what do I have to do? They have solved it already. No. So here xy means the dot product of x and y. That means dot is over here, right? Where x is equal to AB multiplied by C. Okay, and then the cross, absolute, sub, and initialization. Okay, this is weird. I don't have no clue how to solve this one. We are given 4 points A, B, C, D in 3-dimensional Cartesian coordinate. We are to print the angle in the plane made by the points A, B, C, and B, C, D. So these are the 2 angles. Okay. Where is the PHIV coming from? X dot y, where x is equal to AB. And then that is VC multiplied by CD. Here XY means the dot product of XY. Okay, I get it somehow that what is this? No points. Okay. Number points. Okay, so they're giving us the points. So maybe we can use self dot x is equal to x, self dot y equals to y, self dot z equals to z, right? And then we have the dot product. Okay, so we only get unknown, so we can in dot product what they're doing is, so they initialize the points class, give them 4 points, Okay. So what they did is b minus a multiplied by cross c minus b. So yeah, they use these points. That's weird. Return nothing. We're not returning nothing. Okay, so they have four list of points A, B, C, and D. So these are points itself. Actually, it's X, Y, Z. Actually, X, Y, Z is the coordinates of the points. So just suppose that the 0, 4, 5 means 0x, 4y, and 5z. There, this is a point in the plane. These are the coordinates of that point. Here they're saying x, y, z. Over there they're saying something else. These are 4 points. And the coordinates are x, y, z. Oh, we can do something like this. Something like this. So self dot is equal to x, comma y, comma z. Then we can just say dot product. We are given the points, right? So dot product is the x comma y means ab multiplied b, right? So that should be y multiplied by yz is gonna give us the okay, that will return us the dot product. Okay, dot product is this thing a, b, and b, c, right? A, b, and b, c, and then uh that is just the x value of that thing. Or do we really need to multiply it? No, because these guys are just giving us the 4 points in this one. They have the function cross ready, like cross function. They give us the x and y. So we just need to turn self plot x and self plot y will be the dot product. Okay, then we have the cross function. Okay, then we have the cross function though. What is a cross function? The sign of phi is going to be x equal is equal to ab multiplied bc. Okay, ab multiplied by bc is the cross product of vectors. So that means we just have to return self dot x. That is the cross product. We already have it, right? So now, what is the return sub? Okay, absolute x is equal to, there is no attribute cross. Okay, so they are given b minus a is going to be the we would have no okay, they don't get the a b and c the cross. Okay, let's just check the discussions what they're saying. I did not understand the problem. Absolutely rubbish question. What the heck? Okay, okay. Yeah, this is what we did, x, y, and z. Then what we did is actually dot. Sheesh, why would I? Forget about this one. Let's move on to the other question. I don't want to solve this. It's hard. Actually, it's for coordinates. Let's do this one. Okay. So polar coordinates are an alternative way of representing Cartesian coordinate or complex numbers. Who is calling me in the middle of my stream? Okay. So what we have to do is they're gonna give us 1 plus 2j as this thing, and we're gonna solve it like this. Sample output should be like this, but how come we can come up with this solution? Okay, complex. You are given a complex z, you're asked you to convert it into polar coordinates. A single line containing the complex number z, not complex function, can be used in Python to convert the input as a complex number. Given number is a valid complex number. Okay, that's the thing I know. It's like theta r and the is going to give us this thing, right? Imaginary. Z is equal to x plus y is going to remember real part x and y imaginary unit. Distance from z to origin. Okay, R from Z to origin, counterclockwise angle measured from the positive x-axis to the line segment that joins Z to the origin. Python provides access to the mathematical functions of complex numbers, cmath.phase. Okay, so just suppose we got a negative, how are we gonna know if something is a complex number or not? The tool returns modulus absolute value of the complex number Z. We have this thing, we have to, the output should be correct up to 3 decimal places. Okay, we have to do this thing. Okay, so just in case if we get 2 of these, right? What do they need? Input format, output. The first line should contain the value of R. Second line should contain the value of the theta. I guess it's theta if I'm not wrong. So 2j and then 1 this thing. Okay. But we need to figure out how to get the value of R. It was S is equal to R theta, I remember. Right. Let me get the formula. Okay, arc length calculator. I remember this formula. Okay, so no, we're not gonna do this. S is equal to A R cos theta R sine theta I. R is gonna be common in both of them. Cosine theta plus I. This one give us A square plus B square, right? So we end up doing this one. If you want the value of R, right? Then you have to solve it through this thing. A square plus B square is gonna give us the distance. Right, B was 2 and but B is complex as well. The polar form of 5 plus 2i is about this. Okay, let's say put it in a calculator. They give us 1 plus 2j, right? So from this, it should be 10, 10. Sorry. We have to check in the root. Just give me the square root of 10, man. What are you doing? Okay, 3.16 approximately. This is the under root of 10. Okay, R cosine theta and R sine theta. Okay. The polar form of complex number okay, complex number in polar form. Oh, I got this one right. So I got 2 square and 1 square. So 1 square plus 2 square is gonna be 2 square, 4 plus 1, 5. Right, we get it. So then we're gonna take under root 5 is gonna give us the value of r, right? And then once we have the value of r, we can use the angle of check. If a is greater than 0, then we have to use tan inverse b over a. That is going to be 2 over 1. So tan inverse 2 gonna give us our value. Tan inverse calc. Okay, let's just check tan inverse. I want to check how can I tan inverse 2. Okay, we got it. That makes complete sense to us because we want it in radians 1.107148, and over here, yep, that is what we are looking for. So we just have two formulas. So we have our input, right? We can use 1 plus 2. We have to take squares of both digits and take the under root of them. That will be the value of the r, or the length of the this array length. Once we have the r, then we have to find the angle between this axis and this r line. Okay, for the angle we have to check the condition, but I think they just give us the phase thing, but I want to do it manually by myself. Let's try to do it with the input, whereas input of the this thing, right? One plus 2j, but how I'm gonna split it? You cannot split it like this. Even if I have the I guess I have to pick up this call. I need some time. Let me uh, people are like crazy. Okay, so we got our input here, and I'm trying to figure out how we can just get the digits out of it. Okay, so the possibility can be that absolute complex and phase complex. Okay, so this is just a simple function, but it's gonna make it so easy to do. If I just put absolute and then I put complex, it's just gonna give me the answer z, right? Then I'm gonna just put input in here, and then just in here like this. Once I have this, and I have the value of schema dot phase. How to find the angle of it? A polar coordinate is the or we just run this one and then use complex. Import C math. I got you. C math, and then there we can use we can use the from C math import phase. This is weird. I've never used this thing. C math dot phase. Okay, then we have the complex in there. Then we can just input in there. Okay, actually we have to take the input first. What are you doing? Or you can process an input when you don't have an input. Okay, sample test case for success failed execute. This was not complex. I was just making it complex. They provided us everything. Okay, let's submit them and then check. No way. It shouldn't be this way. You should solve it from scratch. Okay. If an angle is this one, then output 57. If this one, output 57, output 56. Okay, 10, 10, 45. Okay, ABC is a right angle triangle with 90 degree, of course, at B. Therefore, 90 degree. And as a midpoint hypotenuse, right? You're given, of course, if it's 90, then it's going to be a 45 degree angle. So the task is to find MBC angle as shown figure is in degrees. Let's say ABC are natural numbers. Okay, what is the angle between these two if we have AB and BC? Right? We have the length of AB and C, right? Ten and 10. What if the line is a little smaller and then okay, output M, B, and C. So we have to find this angle between the lines. Okay, but where can I find the degree? Okay, I'm just trying to non-ASCII character. We don't accept submissions with non-ASCII characters. Okay, I get you. Okay, 10, 10. Your output should be expected output should be 45. Okay, we can just use R. Okay, now we have to search for the midpoint formula. Let's see. Okay, x, y, and x1, x2 divided by 2 by 1 divided by y. Third one, okay. So how do we say whose two sides are as a segments, right? So AXB where AB are the lower end. The, okay. How dumb I am. Okay, so we can simply find the third by using Pythagoras theorem. It was not in my mind actually. Killing me though, man. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, so once we got a third, we have to. So suppose even we have a third side, so the midpoint. We can put the midpoint of that one, and then once that thing from here to here. I feel like it's the constraints AB and uh, or we can print an angle in the print a degree symbol Python. Okay. Okay, let's just use this one backslash b. This will give us the let's try writing this one. Okay, it shouldn't be although backslash can escape the okay. So we got backslash xb 0. So we got 2. If you see the 90-degree angle, that means it will always be a 90-degree angle. We're given lengths of AB and BC. with the tab, right? So you got two lines of right, and so these are going to, okay, so this one is also 10 and this one is also 10, and we don't have this third one. Okay, we don't have this third one. What we have to find is this angle between the this angle should be over here like this. This angle is missing. Unless we have the three sides. Okay, so we got this one, we got the third size. Okay, we can do this thing. I know there is a way, very like angle of find three sides given. Okay, because since we're gonna find the third size anyways, like okay, how you find the angles and like okay, angles find the for key, so we can get we got B and C, right? A cosine is gonna give us, but we the splitting function of that from there. Since we need to draw a perpendicular, right? So we need to find the shortest distance between 2 points. But we don't want this one function though. More okay. This always gonna be 90. We know that, but here is gonna change. So once we have the midpoint, just suppose if we have the midpoint over here, it's a midpoint. Actually, it's not here. The midpoint is not here. So we're gonna connect it to this. And then we have a less angle than 45 degrees. So from here, we can say, okay, so this side we have, this side we have, but then we'll find this side again, then find this angle here, and give us the, pretty sure it's one. Let me see. This we're gonna get two nodes. Let's just start writing it. Let's just say we got AB, AB, and then we have the B, and B to find the third side. We can just do something like this. The Pythagoras theorem, right? AB, BC, and then we have CA is going to be AB squared plus BC squared, right? We got third side from here, and then once we have three sides, right, we have to find the midpoint of that point. If it's just a side, we can find the length. So according to me, we're gonna divide it by 2, so we're gonna get the midpoint. The m, and now what we have to do is just create a rectangle with m. The base line gonna be the same. We have MC and BC. Now we have to find MB. Okay. And then we will be able to find the angle between MB and C. Okay. Okay. MB and C. Fine. So we got same for both angles. So again, midpoint divided by 2. Then we have actually, let's just do this thing, right? Midpoint CA divided by 2 is also MC. It's midpoint, right? Now we have MC and BC. Okay. But remember, on the side of MB is also gonna make a 90-degree angle. That means it's gonna be we can also use Pythagoras theorem on this one. So it's anyways, it's this wherever we're gonna do from here to here. Or maybe it's not going to be a Pythagoras. Who knows that? It doesn't seem like here is a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, let's just see this thing. This thing from its midpoint. If I do like this, it is not 90-degree angle. Right? What is it? Okay. Length of the third side is going to be c squared is equal to AB a squared b squared. There's something wrong with what we're doing. Find the law of cosine and law of sines. Yep. A square third sides of any triangle, we can use sine A over sine B is equal to sine B over sine C, right? Here A, B, C are angles. Since we don't have the angles though, so we cannot use this one, right? Because we don't have angles. So this is not the law of cosine. Okay, we have to midpoint over here like this. From midpoint to the center. Okay, let me just draw these two angles, 90-degree angle, right? With this one from here to here. Okay, No, I need to find the midpoint. Let's just suppose it's over here, right? If it is going to the center, okay. If it is going to the center, right? BC is always going to be our. We have the MC, BC, we have to use MB now. For that we have to use the we'll go back over here. We have the length of the sides, right? Okay, so we have to find the third length. Okay. But we don't have the angle too. We don't have the points too, we have the sides. Okay, if two sides are given, okay, if a leg is missing side, okay, so then transform the equation to form, then okay, if you want this thing, right? So let's just go with this one. Maybe they okay, so CA. MC square, BC square. Can give us a third side. Once we have a third side connected to the can we just copy paste this thing? Mad or A cos, so B2, okay, B2 C2 A2, right? So we can just convert this to like all the A2 should be BNC. This is just the square root of the ABC of the square root. Okay. We can also just copy these from here and try if this works. Okay, A2 was converted into, doesn't really matter which one. No, it matters, it matters. E2 was E2 was MB, B2 was C. B2 is not defined. Math domain error. Okay, move forward. Math domain error. Okay, so from here this till this point, forget about it. We can just okay, so we got the third as our okay. Maths.sqrt. Okay, 100.49. It is the third side of the thing. Right? So we got 10. Midpoint is should be MC, right? 10 and 10. How can this length be 100? If that is, I guess there is some fault with this one. While here is plus B, right? So on this way over here, we have to use math.sqrt, right? So this will give me the square of this one then, and that will return me a value of 10. 10 will give me 5, right? And then if you put 7.07. How come this is giving me 10 square is gonna be 100 and 100 plus 100 is equal to 200. Square root should be 10. Okay, that is now 50. Crazy. We have to take the power of this thing now. Don't have any other choice. Power, go over here. Why is this giving me 7.07? Because CA Yeesh. Why would you do that? It was CA. You're printing the wrong variable. Okay. Now AB square BC square plus this 200. Okay. We're getting the right answer. Okay, I guess this is the right one, right answer, but we're gonna finish this in the next stream. Okay, so I'm gonna be leaving now. You guys, goodbye. Take care. We're gonna solve this hard question in the next stream. Let's go.